Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. It is good to have you. Off the Deep End is first, lol, and he is excited for the stream. Kaival says, hey guys, what's going on? Jeb would be here any moment to dive right on into it, as Billy Zachary just said. We have some very, very important technical analysis to do on Bitcoin today. We are going to give it 5 or 10 minutes and let some people join on into the chat. Join on into the stream, and we're going to have a good time. Tell me in chat how you're doing. Tell me how your life is going. Tell me how your family is doing. Tell me how your trading is going. I would love, very much love to hear it. Today, we are brought to you by Taro Milk Tea, which is very tasty. We have a place to get milk tea in our building, so tell me if you ever, tell me if you have ever had milk tea before. Jose Lopez says, hey, hello, my friend. I hope you are doing well. Guys, I am looking forward to today's stream. We are going to be doing some Bitcoin technical analysis. We are more than likely going to be talking about Ethereum also, and we're also going to be getting on into any news and any questions that you guys might have. For me, I am looking forward to it. Let's get hype up in the chat, guys. Come on. Press said, hey, I made it on time. What's up, Jeb? What is going on, Press? Good to see you, my friend. Tyler Sonner says, schoolless Jeb, coming right up. One schooling, coming right up. DK says, ETH question mark. Yes, sir. We will be doing some Ethereum, or yes, ma'am. I'm not sure. Joris says, hope we'll do this in one take. Cheers, Jeb. Yes, we will. I figured out what the deal was that was causing us to lose our connection the other day. I was streaming through a VPN, so it's kind of surprising that we were able to stream anyway. So, Jeb, before everybody comes, just want to say love your videos. Thank you so much. I love that you're supporting us. I really appreciate that, my friend. Well, I get wrecked most of the time. Crypto Nurse, we have a video coming out on Saturday that will help you with that. Currently in a short, gotcha, off the deep end. Bitcoin is also very tasty right now. I agree. Shorting life out of the market. Okay. Indian always have milk tea. There you go. So you know what I'm talking about. Greetings from the Netherlands. Greetings from America, my friend. Horace, Hellwitch. I'll call you Hellwitch. I moved a line of ETH and it is not doing bad at all. There you go. Like I said, we're going to give it a few more minutes for everybody. No, excuse me. We're going to give it a few more minutes for everyone to jump on into the chat right now, and then we're going to be doing some technical analysis. I am very much looking forward to it, guys. Currently trying to move all of my Bitcoin from the Cash App to my wallet, taking forever. Rookie mistake. That does take a while, especially if you have a lot of different types of cryptocurrencies. Sold all my ETH for XRP and VET. Interesting, interesting. I already bought the last 30K dip. Give me 27K so I can get a better discount Bitcoin, please. I agree. I would love that. I buy orders at 27K. There you go. You brought me into the market, and I'm a CT2A Academy trainee. There you go, Tyler. Welcome. Well, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining CT2A. Kaching here. Hello, Jeb from Manchester. Hello from Florida, my friend. We are going to go ahead and dive on into the first round of our technical analysis so that people joining the stream know that we mean the serious business. So, guys, we have a lot to talk about in today's live stream, so we are going to go ahead and get started. As you saw in today's video, we discussed why I think that Bitcoin is going to pull back, test the 20 weekly exponential moving average, and why that is actually going to be a good thing for Bitcoin. I'll show you the chart because I showed you in yesterday's live stream. I showed you in today's first video, and we're going to talk about it a little bit today. Just to recap, make sure you guys understand, and then we're going to move on to some other concepts. I talked about in yesterday's live stream and in this first video how Bitcoin was likely to come down and test the 20 weekly exponential moving average. What that means is that as the moving average is continuing to rally, we're likely going to come down and correct to that. If you haven't seen my take on why I think we're going to do that, watch today's video. That video will break all of that down for you, but in short, it would be because that's what Bitcoin does during bear markets. We saw during bull markets. We saw the exact same thing happen during the 2016-17 bull market, and we are bound to see it happen again this time. One thing that we saw before that I haven't talked about yet is that at the beginning of 2019, right here, we saw that Bitcoin went on a very large rally in the same way that we just went on a very large rally. Rallied 200% in 84 days. That looks quite a bit like our 300% rally in 91 days, doesn't it? Well, unfortunately, during this rally, Bitcoin never corrected as much as it needed to. It never came down to the 20 weekly EMA, and because it never came down to the 20 weekly EMA, it never was able to sustain the rally because it rallied far too quickly. It just wasn't ready. Bitcoin is in danger of doing the exact same thing, rallying too far, rallying too fast, and not having the corrections that it needs for the bears to not get so strong that they crash the market entirely and knock us straight out of the bull market. We saw that happen back here when Bitcoin finally did start to correct. We had this gigantic red candlestick in September of 2019 that over the course of a week dropped Bitcoin 23% and ended that short bull market. Unfortunately, that bull market did not come to pass. We don't want to see the same thing happen here, so we do want to see Bitcoin consolidate. We do want to see Bitcoin correct. Looking over on CoinMarketCap, though, you guys, you will see that Bitcoin is down 17% in the last 7 days, and I don't think that's going to stop anytime soon. But what you're also going to notice is that Ethereum is up 2% in the last 7 days. Down 7% today, but in the last 7 days, it's still up 2%. Why is that? Well, if we look at the Ethereum chart, we're going to see something very similar on Ethereum. During bull markets, it would traditionally pull down to the 20 weekly EMA. During healthy bull markets, it would. This time, we still haven't seen that happen. Ethereum is a little bit farther ahead than Bitcoin is. Around the same time, they both started corrections, but Ethereum started its correction a little bit later in the week than Bitcoin did. That's resulting in us seeing higher prices on Ethereum. We also are still up in this region. Guys, remember that Ethereum follows Bitcoin, not the other way around. Ethereum follows Bitcoin, and as Bitcoin is starting to go into a rally and capitulate, we're seeing Ethereum do the exact same thing with this large red candlestick today. But until we pull back down, until we pull back down to test the 20 weekly EMA on the Ethereum chart, we're likely going to see that bearishness continue. That trend is currently sitting around $700 on Ethereum. By the time we get down there, it may be as high as $780 to $850. So we're looking at price targets right around here. I'll go ahead and draw a price target for you. We're looking at a price target on Ethereum right about in around that time frame too. In the next couple of weeks, pulling back this far. What does that mean for Ethereum? What does that mean for Bitcoin? Well, guys, it means that those are having healthy consolidations. It means that those are correcting. It means that those are putting themselves in position to be bought. It means that you have a discount on Bitcoin, as a lot of people are saying in chat, and it means that we can reset the strength of the bulls, reset the strength of the bears. If you guys have been through CT2A, you know there's a video down here on the strength of the bulls and the bears. It's right here, gauging the strength of the bulls and the bears. You need to understand how strong the bulls are, how strong the bears are. Bitcoin rallying 300% in the span of 90 days is going to mean that the bears are going to be very, very strong. So that's my take on that just to get us started. We're going to be doing a lot more analysis on that as we go. I want to go into a few more things that I haven't talked about yet, but that is my current analysis of that. We're going to be doing some trade setups in a little bit. I'm going to show you where exactly I think Bitcoin is going, how it's going to get there, the time frame it's going to take to get there, but I want to go ahead and read chat a little bit, spend some time with you guys, answer some questions, and see what you guys think about the market as a whole. So I am currently looking at chat. I'm looking for questions, comments, concerns, anything that you would like me to answer or look at. You can go ahead and put it in chat. Oh, guys, I love doing these live streams. I really do. I actually do mean that because it's actually pretty relaxing. We get to produce good content for you guys, I hope. I hope we're giving you some good value out of this live stream, and I also get to spend time with you guys. I think that's awesome. So, hi, Jeb. Please talk about ETH, says the small world. We will be talking about Ethereum a little bit later. Sell it all, people. 80% due to happen. Rafabine, I very much disagree with you. Yeah, I just very much disagree with you. I do not think that is going to happen. If you want to get wrecked, 100x leverage short or long. I would be very careful about doing 100x short or long. That's why he said do it and get wrecked. Big Meal said, we love you, Jeb. Well, I love you too, Big Meal. I very much appreciate that. Let's see here. I bought at 40K. Edian, why, well, excuse me, not why, how long are you planning on holding that Bitcoin? Are you planning on holding it for a few years? Only 30 likes. Smash the like button. Stephen Watson, you have pointed out a very serious infraction against the stream. 300 people and only 30 likes. I just don't think we can tolerate that. That doesn't seem fair to me. Does it seem fair to you guys? Hit that like button, completely free. Do you pump iron, bro? I do. In fact, I have arms tonight, and I'm looking forward to it / not looking forward to it because I'm still sore from the last time I did arms, which was the day before yesterday. Thank you for your content. I'm going to buy your lessons in the next few weeks. Will you keep updating your tutorials? Connor, there are not only updates coming to CT2A, there's an entire new launch coming. And if you go and follow us at CryptoJeb on Instagram, you're going to find that we put a teaser video up for it over there. Absolutely. Can't get my head around the amount of subscribers versus other YouTubers should be way more. Well, we are gaining a lot of subscribers pretty quickly. We're gaining like 500 subscribers a day right now, which is pretty awesome. So thank you guys for that. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We post daily here, and we also live stream every single weekday on this channel. We have some awesome content coming for you guys over the next several weeks, over the next couple of months, and I'm looking forward to it. Hit that like button. We also have some new series that we want to start, some new educational series, some new breakdown series. We're going to be doing all of that and more pretty soon. I don't know about you guys. I need some coffee. I wish I had gotten more coffee today. Give me a 1 in the chat if you love coffee. I need to know if you guys are coffee fanatics as I am. In fact, my employee Zach and my good friend Zach, who is currently editing a video that'll be going up on Saturday, is a coffee connoisseur, and he convinced me. He didn't really convince me. I told him that we were going to buy a really nice espresso machine. So we have this awesome, really dope, expensive espresso machine coming to the office so we can make our lattes in-house. It's like $800, guys, but it's going to save me so much money because you have no idea how much money I spend on coffee every single day. I'm looking forward to that. Tell me in the chat if you love coffee. How much of this correction is due to Yellen? I think it's Yellen. I think it actually has not much at all to do with Janet Yellen. We will talk about Janet in a little bit. Give me a 2 in chat if you would like to see me talk about Janet and all of the news revolving around her. Anyway, could you provide the charts utilized on your videos for CT2A TradingView members? So I'm not exactly sure what you mean, Tyler. You mean the charts that as far as the charts that I use in the videos, I mean, I already showed them on YouTube, so they're already there. I always like and are subscribed, says Aaron. You're an ace. Thank you so much, Aaron. I appreciate that. You're the ace. A lot of ones. You can't be an attorney without loving coffee. Bulletproof coffee, guys. I freaking love coffee. I cannot tell you enough how much I love coffee. How much of this is due to Janet Yellen? Good question. We are going to answer that question a little bit later. I want to do some more in-depth technical analysis on Bitcoin, and then we are going to be discussing the news revolving around Janet Yellen. Janet Yellen is a boomer, according to someone. Y'all seen that Biden is considering taxing unrealistic capital gains. I believe that in his tax plan, which is not passed and it has to go through the Congress, it's planning on almost doubling long-term capital gains taxes. You'll have to go and read his proposal on that. Don't quote me on that. I think he's proposing that the top marginal capital gains tax rate, which starts at, I think, $441,000 a year in income, I think he's planning on changing it from 20 to 35, maybe 30%. Not really sure. I don't quite remember. Look to hire any senior member of your media team looking to get back to the States. Off the deep end, we actually are, come to think of it. We would need somebody in-house, though. Is CT2A easy to digest for a complete noob to crypto? Billy Zachary, that is a great. It's a great question. It is such a great... Wow. I'm trying to make fun of myself, and then I made the same mistake. That is such a great question that... well, it's just a great question because actually CT2A was built for the beginner. It was built for the noob. It was built for the guy that doesn't know anything about crypto, and we have to take them from the ground level all the way up to the more advanced concepts. CT2A is designed to be a fast track from just entering cryptocurrency to having a strong grasp on the fundamentals of the advanced parts of technical analysis. So yes, absolutely, it is easy to digest for a noob to the cryptocurrency space. I try and teach it to you as if you're a 5th grader so that you can internalize everything. So yes, absolutely. It's a good question. Very good question. Hi, Jeb. Look at September 17th, 2017. I know exactly what you're talking about because I had joined the space 2 months before that time period. So I will go ahead and show you guys what he is talking about. Let me switch over to the live scene. This is a great comparison he's making. What the comparison that he is making is very near and dear to my heart. Like I said, I joined cryptocurrency on July 31st, 2017. I was watching a video at about 8 o'clock at night, and I saw this video by a fellow named Crypto Nick that some of you guys may remember, and this video was titled, this was some great clickbait, it was titled, How I Make $30,000 a Month, excuse me, sorry about that, Nord, How I Make $30,000 a Month Doing Nothing, Mining Bitcoin on Genesis Mining. I saw that video, and like many of you who would see a video like that, I said, I want to make $30,000 a month doing absolutely nothing so I can go back to playing video games, but also have a cool car. That's what I said to myself. Not really, but I was just very interested in making $360,000 a year, not doing anything. So I clicked the video, got into cryptocurrency, realized, holy cow, this is about to blow up. I'm at the ground level of something. So I got into the cryptocurrency space on this day right here. This was the day that I got into crypto. So when you're talking about September of 2017, this was just a little bit after Hurricane Irma came through. I was in my fall semester of my senior year of high school in September, on September 17th. So September 17th, you're talking about September 17th right here. I am very familiar with this market, because what we saw was Bitcoin rallied to $5,000, a new all-time high that was nearly about 80% higher than the previous all-time high of $3,000, 65%, whatever. And from that, Bitcoin went into a 40% correction. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to trade this market very much because, like I said, if you go back and you look up Hurricane Irma came through it hit Florida September 14th, something like that, September 11th, September 12th. I don't remember when it was. Point was, I got my power knocked out right around here, and then all of this time I had my power out. So I was trying to short this. I was trying to trade this even just a month after I got into the space, but I wasn't able to because my power was knocked out. It was really unfortunate. But what our friend in chat was talking about is this capitulation and how it's very similar to what we're seeing in Bitcoin right now. And I do agree. This is what I was talking about earlier. If you look at the weekly chart, you look at the 20 exponential moving average, what does Bitcoin do throughout this throughout this bull market? Every time it rallies and sets a new all-time high, it pulls back and it tests the 20 weekly EMA. When it gets so far away from the 20 weekly EMA, as we did in this case and in this case, and it doesn't come back and test the 20 EMA, and it doesn't have healthy correction, and it doesn't have healthy consolidation, guess what happens? We hit $20,000, it's an all-time high figure, and we go into a bear market for 2.5 years. It is absolutely the best thing for Bitcoin that we correct all the way down to $22,000 to $26,000, somewhere below 30. Test the 20 weekly exponential moving average and then go on a more conservative rally from then. We could easily blast off to $60,000. I think there's enough money in the space to do that, but I don't think that's best for Bitcoin. I don't think that is going to provide the best returns long term. Excuse me, for you as the investor. You want to see Bitcoin come down and test the 20 weekly EMA for two reasons. Number one, you get to buy back in lower. You get to buy Bitcoin at a cheaper price so that you can see higher returns in the future. And number two, you want to see that happen because it's going to lead to a healthier, longer, more profitable bull market that you're going to be able to make more money in. And it is also important for a third reason. The third reason why you want to see Bitcoin come back down here is because while Bitcoin is correcting, that is going to give you time to look for ways to learn and educate yourself in the cryptocurrency market. That's why we made the Academy, is so that you can educate yourself in the cryptocurrency market. So you can spend this time while Bitcoin's correcting, looking for investment entries and learning about the space. Use your time wisely in cryptocurrency. It is actually your most valuable resource. It's not, don't get it twisted, it is not the most valuable resource, money. That's not your most valuable resource, because you can do whatever you want with money. But if you don't have the skills to know how to turn your cryptocurrency into more cryptocurrency and multiply it and grow it and invest it, and you don't understand how to actually work in the space, and you don't have that knowledge internalized, so you don't have to come to YouTube to look for trade entries, you instead just come to YouTube for analysis that you can use to get other perspectives on the market, then you are going to be better off. But if you don't do that, you're going to regret it. You need to make sure you understand the market and you're able to do analysis on your own, and then you come to YouTubers like me or other people in the space to get my perspective so you can see the market from 10 different perspectives from 10 different YouTubers. That is our purpose here on this platform. Not to tell you what to think, but to teach you how to think. So there you go. I do believe that this is a very good thing for Bitcoin. I do believe that Bitcoin will be correcting a few hundred more dollars. A few thousand more dollars. We're a little bit higher now than we were when I was expecting us to be. Let's see. Bitcoin to 6 digits this year. Do you agree, Jeb? I do personally think that we will be going to 6 digits this year. I do think that, yeah. I do have long monologues, you said. I do. I can get off on tangents. You guys can get me started. Don't get me started, as my dad would always say about politics. Thanks, Jeb, for looking at it. You are very welcome, my friend. Mr. Jeb says, Harris Reed. Hello, Harris. Do you pay taxes if you just hold the crypto? Do you not cash out, cash in, or trade between cryptos? I'm going to leave that for a tax attorney or a financial advisor or a CPA or someone that can give you a lot more than I'm able to and that is certified in that kind of stuff. I would direct you to a local CPA, to a tax lawyer, a tax attorney, anything like that. Yellen will crash crypto. SEC needs regulation. I don't agree. I don't disagree. Fantastic. Thanks for that opinion. What do you think of Grayscale buying Bitcoin? I think it's another sign of the times, guys. We have these massive entities buying up cryptocurrency in this market. And it makes a whole lot of sense that they're doing it considering the future outlook. These large companies buying Bitcoin is one of the big reasons why we're so bullish on Bitcoin. Haven't seen Jeb in a minute. I scroll past those goofy JPEGs. Nice seeing you, bud. Nice seeing you too, Mr. R2, Mr. 2 Real. That's a cool name, Mr. 2 Real. Let's see here. Is that Taro Tea? It is Taro Tea. It is indeed Taro Tea. It is really good. It's yeah, Taro Milk Tea. Was offline today. Bitcoin already back to 10K. It's not going to 10K, but it very well may go to 25. Do you see pattern? Do the patterns seen over the past 2 weeks change your EOY prediction for Bitcoin? No, because I told you guys I told you guys this was going to happen over a month ago. I literally made a bunch of videos saying, guys, we're not going to rally forever. Eventually, we're going to correct. Eventually, we did. And everybody at the time, it happens every time we're in a big rally, and I say, guys, this is going to end at some point. I don't mean to poop on your party, but I do want you to be ready for it. Every time I say that, people always say, no, you don't know what you're talking about. It's going to keep going up. It's going to keep rallying. It's going to go to the moon. I agree it's going to go to the moon, but it's going to correct first. I am factually correct. It's the future, so there's always an element of uncertainty. Maybe it does go up forever. Maybe the entire world says, forget modern civilization. We're going to invest all of our money into Bitcoin and forget everything else. But I'm joining the Academy with pleasure. Respect, Jeb. Respect to you, Toxic Gaming. But at the end of the day, those corrections are going to happen. This is not a bad thing, guys. I want you to make sure you understand that. Let's see. Do you feel that encouraging people to use Bybit violates YouTube's terms of service? I wouldn't say so. If you can direct me to a YouTube term of service that would make that case, I haven't seen anything on that. I've not seen anything on that at all. Been watching this kid since 10K subs, and he's killing it now. Well, thank you, Harris. I appreciate you being one of the OG subscribers. We're going to 100K here in a little bit. Looking forward to doing that in the next 4 or 5 months. Hey, Jeb. Hey, Kevin Fish. How you doing, bud? Do you really think Bitcoin's going back down to 25K, though? Yeah, I think it's going to the 25 to 28K region, somewhere below 30. I do think that, and we're going to be discussing why I think that. Well, we've already discussed why I think that, but I'm going to be showing you how I think that's going to happen pretty soon. Someone is about to get banned from the chat if they don't stop. Someone's about to get banned from the chat if they don't stop. Guys, give me some good questions, and I will go ahead and answer them, or we can just go ahead and get straight back onto the analysis, because I do want to go ahead and show you guys a few things. I do need to let the chat catch up so I can go ahead and mute this guy who's being a jerk and a moron. Anyone who spams the chat like that, just so you know, is going to be banned from chatting forever. So don't do it. My friend, I would encourage you not to do that. So let's see if there's any good questions that I can answer before I jump on to the chart. Is holding or trading more profitable in the long run? Good question. That entirely depends on how good you are at trading. If you are top-notch trader, and you are spending all kinds of time growing yourself and investing in your own education, trading can be more profitable. But generally speaking, investing is going to be more profitable, especially if you look at the time requirement. Investing, it takes, as much time as it takes to understand what you're investing in. That's what it takes. And then 10 minutes to buy it. It's nothing. Trading can take many hours a day. Would I wrestle BitBoy for charity in Jello? He would sit on me. It wouldn't be fair. Grow up, Jeb. You good. I'm aware. Appreciate it. That was a joke, by the way. I like BitBoy. I think he's cool. You should go subscribe to BitBoy. Any idea when we'll hit the 21 weekly EMA? I think that's gonna happen in the next 4 weeks. There you go. That's my prediction on that. Stellar can hit $1 this year. Love you from Scotland. Love from America, my friend. Can Stellar hit $1 this year? Anything's possible. Do I think it's gonna happen? I'm not convinced. I think Stellar's going to have gains this year, but I'm not convinced it's gonna hit $1. Let me put it that way. It could definitely happen. I'm gonna have to kind of dodge that one because I don't know the Stellar project well enough. We've talked about XLM on the channel before, but I've mainly talked about its technicals. My girlfriend watches your videos. I got baited. I got baited into reading that. You win this round. You win this round. Let's see here. Any idea on ETH hitting 2K end of January? Doubt it. Might happen in February. It's going to have to wait for Bitcoin to... It's going to have to wait for Bitcoin to start the rally again. Does your Bitcoin prediction for February still stand? By the end of February, early March, yeah, I still think Bitcoin will be trading at $50,000. Might take a little longer than I had first predicted since some things have updated, but yeah, I still think so. Will I ever sell my Bitcoin? Probably in the future, yeah. Just won't be for a good long while. I've never sold any yet. I haven't ever paid any capital gains taxes on Bitcoin because I've never sold any Bitcoin and taken it out of the market. Oh my goodness, guys. Let's see. Solid channel, Jeb. Where are y'all from? I was born in Tennessee. I used to live in South Carolina, and now my hometown is in Gay, Florida. Gay, Florida? Gay, Florida. Sure, Gay, Florida. All right. Let's see. Yes, thanks, Jeb. You are very welcome. Does my course touch on leverage trading? We don't touch on leverage trading because, quite frankly, knowing how to use the interface and knowing what leverage is very simple. Knowing where to place the trades is the important part. So we talk a lot about technical analysis. We talk about how to set up trades. We talk about stop losses and risk to reward ratios and price targets and scaling in and out of trades and all that stuff. We talk about all that stuff. But as far as moving the slider on how much leverage you're going to use, no, we don't. Where's your course and are there some free lessons? That is a great question. Our course is in the description below this video. And yes, there are 2 videos that are completely free over there. Our video on TradingView is completely free, and our video on how to spot and use winning indicators is completely free. You can get an idea of what's going on over there. Had 2 donations come in. Johnny Windland donated $5. Is there a percentage of crypto that you'll never sell? I don't plan on selling any of it anytime soon. So for right now, that percentage is 100. Good question. Martin McKenzie donated £5 sterling, said, respect, bro, praying for your church and homeless project. Do one similar in central Scotland. I appreciate that, Martin. God be with you, my friend. Can I do the In This Video by Carl from the Moon? Carl is a friend of mine. I know Carl, so that's not me throwing shade at Carl, although it kind of is. No, I think he's got an iconic intro. I think it's a great intro, actually. Shout out to Carl. Go subscribe and follow the Moon if you haven't already. Make sure to do that. The absolute bottom for Bitcoin is 22K. I agree. I don't think it's going below that. I totally agree. Yeah, 21 weekly EMA soon. Yes, absolutely. I do think we're heading there. I do indeed think that we're heading there. Do I own any precious metals and stocks? I have probably 20 ounces of silver. As far as stocks, I'm not invested in the stock market right now. Toxic Gaming said, join the academy, guys. It will help. Like Jeb says, you have to be willing to learn, invest in yourselves. Absolutely. That is absolutely, absolutely important. Exactly as I predicted. Hey, man, the guys... don't hate the player, hate the game. I'm just saying, it's YouTube. That's how it goes. Carl has found a winning formula. If you don't like his videos, don't watch it. You've been hitting the gym. You look swole since you recorded CT2A. I'm doing a little better. Yeah. I was definitely a twig when I recorded CT2A. One of my employees is also my personal trainer, who happens to be my roommate, and we have a gym in our garage. So, yeah. Yeah. Taro Milk Tea is absolutely incredible. So what's your solution to getting the Bitcoin sign to stop flickering behind you? Good question. If you look very closely, it actually still is flickering. You just can't notice it as much. In film, you're supposed to use something called the double the frame rate rule, where you have, if you have a 30 frames per second camera, then you'll have the shutter speed set at 1/60 because it's double the frame rate. I nixed that rule and dropped the shutter speed down to 1/30, which is the same as 30 frames a second. It helped get rid of that. It was more in line with the frequency of the electricity in our building. How to avoid capital gains taxes. 2 ways to avoid capital gains taxes. Actually, 3. The first way is to not invest. The second way is to not sell. And the third way is that you can use your stocks or your cryptos or your commodities as collateral in a loan. That's something you can do over on BlockFi, which is one of the sponsors of this channel. Does your Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy work on other than crypto? Yes, user. Technical analysis is largely identical depending on no matter what market you are in. So yeah, that's going to apply. Everything you learn in CT2A is going to apply to the stock market. It's going to apply to precious metals. You guys have seen me do technical analysis on the SPY and the Dow Jones Industrial Average and gold and silver and the dollar index and all kinds of stuff on this channel. It's all basically the same form of analysis. What's the shirt about? It is a shirt about Gatlinburg, Tennessee, the town I was born in. What's EMA? EMA stands for Exponential Moving Average. It's a moving average that is calculated a little bit differently than a normal moving average, where you weight the more recent price action of the chart more heavily than you weight the older price action of the chart. So yeah, if you want to avoid taxes, then, I mean, first of all, follow the law. There are legal ways to go through the tax system so that you're not... TA is market agnostic, exactly. It doesn't matter what market it is. It's all the same concept. It's kind of like the laws of physics. The laws of physics are the same here as they are in France. So, so yeah, you can avoid taxes by not selling and using it as collateral. That's something that a lot of high-level investors do, is that instead of selling their stocks and having to pay capital gains taxes on their profits, they'll just put the stocks up as collateral and take a loan out, and then they'll use that loan for whatever they want to do. Hopefully, buying assets and building a business, not just buying a Lambo or a Porsche or something silly. Do you mind crypto and thoughts on Bitcoin Cash? I don't mind crypto anymore. I used to. Do I consider myself a macro guy? Yeah, Kevin, I like looking at the macro trends. That's what I tend to do a lot more. What are my thoughts on Bitcoin Cash? I don't hold any of it, and I hold a lot of Bitcoin, put it that way. If I only had 10K to invest, would you put all of it into Bitcoin or other crypto? Rezo, not to be a smart aleck, but I'm just going to tell you I wouldn't invest in either one of those. I would invest all 10,000 of that into your education. You might think I'm crazy, but when you look at what people are doing, spending $40,000 or $50,000 a year on education to get a bachelor's degree that's going to take 10 years for them to pay off, you'll understand why I say that. Buy books, buy trainings, buy courses, buy your time back. Maybe $10,000 gives you 2 months of time that you can just take off of work, or maybe it can be savings and be a safety net. Before you invest in cryptocurrencies, make sure you understand how cryptocurrencies work. Make sure you have invested in your own educations in cryptocurrency. Will Bitcoin go back to $50,000? Yes, Bitcoin will most certainly go back to $50,000. I think it's going to happen in the next 3 to 6 months, probably in the next 2. Do a lot of people do BlockFi and really get off with it? Well, they don't have to get off with anything. There's nothing illegal going on BlockFi. It's a perfectly legal service. Yeah, a lot of people use it. A whole lot of people, actually. BlockFi is growing pretty quickly. Like I said, they're one of the... We aren't anymore, but we were in contract for that. If I'm a long-term hodler, 5 to 10 years, should I worry about the market today? You shouldn't even be watching the market today. If you're not trading and you're going to hold for 5 years, there's no point in you even being here, my friend, to be quite honest with you. Make sure that you understand how cryptocurrency works. Make sure you understand what you're investing in, and you should be keeping up with what's going on. But you don't have to be worried about it. I'd say stay informed on it, but you don't need to be worried about it. When did I buy my first Bitcoin? It was about 3 years ago. It was in 2017. It was in Q3 of 2017. Give the 10K to Jeb. Sure, I'll take your $10,000. I wouldn't mind taking your $10,000. Bro, I bought $1,000 worth of Cardano at today's dip. Your views on Cardano? I think Cardano will do well, but again, just like all other altcoins, it's going to wait for Bitcoin to start popping off. Oh, goodness. Let's see here. What do I think of Litecoin? That's something that I've said. What watch am I wearing? It's a Vincero Chronos S. What do I think of Litecoin? I've talked about this on many videos. I think that Litecoin is far too similar to Bitcoin. There's not enough separating it to make me want to invest in it. I just learned something new today. That's how you should be doing it. You should always be learning something new every single day. Pity is the man that doesn't learn anything in a day. Do I agree with BitBoy's $27,000 Ethereum target? I think it's going to take a lot longer than he thinks because I've been told that he thinks that's going to happen this year. I would be willing to bet money with him that it's not going to happen this year, but I do think it will end up happening. Yeah, I definitely disagree with it happening this year. I could see it happening in the next 3 to 5 years. I could definitely see that, but I don't think it's happening this year. Back to 50K, what do you mean we have not been to 50K? That's true. Pedantic, but true. Some of the tech is now over my head now, but been in 7 to 8 years, can't seem to get a grasp. Just keep studying it, man. Do you have examples of your Technical Analysis Academy training videos before purchasing? User, that's a great question. Yes, 2 of our videos are free preview videos over on the sales page. I will show you really quickly that right here, if you click the link in the description box down below and scroll down, you will see these 2 videos have a preview button right next to them. How to set up and use TradingView is a free preview. How to spot a winning indicator and pattern is a free preview. Even if you don't decide to join the Academy, I would encourage you to watch both of those videos because they're great videos. But anyway, I want to jump back onto the Bitcoin chart because people are asking for us to do some more charting, and I want to show you where I think Bitcoin is heading and how it's going to get there. We talked about how Bitcoin is likely pulling back down this far, down to this line right here. And I think we are going to see something like that happen. So let's go ahead and extrapolate where that exponential moving average might be going on the weekly chart. It's probably going to follow a trend, something like that. So if we look on the daily chart, how does Bitcoin get down to this EMA? Well, as you can see, if we break below $30,000, that's still a 22% or $6,700 drop. Is that a place to short? Yeah, it probably is. Now, guys, I don't want you entering short positions right now. And by the way, I also don't want you entering a trade based on anything I say. I want you to listen to what I say, internalize it, think about it, and then make the trade for yourself. I don't want you trading just because you heard me say something. But if you are planning on shorting this market, which I don't think would be a bad idea, then I would most certainly wait until we've already broken 30K. If we enter a short position right now, well, guess what, guys? This market has a higher low. We have a low at $30,000, and then this low right here is at $31,000. We have not confirmed bearishness. But if Bitcoin breaks this low, which is technically speaking at about $30,100, and we see a lot of volume, that's really important. I'm talking about down on the hourly chart. We see Bitcoin break with a lot of volume, like we saw earlier today when Bitcoin broke right here. See this large candlestick, this large volume right here. Large red candlestick, large volume. This was a signal to enter a short trade. A lot of people entered short trades right there, and the people that did made a lot of money. But if you're going to make money on this short trade and you're not going to get yourself wrecked, I need you to understand one thing. You must wait for the breakout. You cannot put a trade in here in the 29,000s before we've actually got into the 29,000s. Until that number is below 30, you want to be very weary of entering. Why is that? I'll tell you. We see a bottom right here. We see a double bottom over here and levels right there. It was resistance 30K, and then we broke through it. This is clearly a very important level of resistance that Bitcoin is respecting. Excuse me, a level of support that Bitcoin is respecting. So if Bitcoin does reject off of this 20 hourly exponential moving average, for example, and we start to head lower and Bitcoin breaks 30K, wait until the breakout. Hold. Have patience. Normally, if you're an experienced trader, then you're going to know when the time to enter that trade is. You're going to see the market picking up steam. You're going to see a lot of volatility. You're going to see the bears start to charge. And when they do, that's when you enter. An entry price might be around $29,300. I'll go ahead and set that, and I'm going to leave this on my chart for the next few days, and we'll see how this trade looks in probably Monday's live stream. We're going to put a stop loss right up here at about $30,200, I'm going to say. Excuse me, guys. My voice is getting really dry from talking so much. A stop loss, I'm going to put at 3,200. And then a price target. This one's a little bit less clear where you'd want to put the price target. I'm going to set the price target at... I'm going to set it at $25,000 just to be even. But again, these price targets on stuff like this, since we're kind of in more or less uncharted territory, there's only a little bit of trading in this region. You want to make sure that that price target is subject to change. It needs to be set pretty close to where you're going to exit, but I wouldn't get so caught up on where exactly your price target is. I kind of play that one by ear. But as far as your entry price, I'd say $29,300, somewhere in that range. If you set up a trade like this, you can see risk-to-reward ratio is going to be 4.78. In CT2A, we talk about about risk to reward ratios right here, and then immediately after, we talk about statistics and probabilities, and then we talk about planning and executing profitable trades. The reason these 3 videos are right here at the beginning of the technical analysis portion of CT2A is because those 3 videos play hand in hand. Setting up this little, doing this little trade setup that I just showed you relies on statistics and probabilities, which you're going to find right here in this risk to reward ratio. And this risk to reward ratio is based on risk to reward and the concepts of risk versus reward and probabilities of correction and probabilities of rally. You need to understand all these things, guys. You need to understand what's in these 3 videos. It's very, very important. So I would encourage you to join the Academy. The link's in the description box down below. But anyway, there's the trade. By the way, I would probably not leave this entire trade in here. I would probably sell half of it and scale out of this position. For those of you who are advanced traders or they've just been trading for a little while, you'll know what I mean when saying scaling out of trades. You could start to scale out of the trade by selling a third right here, then selling a third right here, then selling a third down here. You can do something like that, but I encourage you, whenever you make a trade on Bitcoin, make sure that you have a plan before you execute that trade. If you're down on the minute chart scalping, you're probably doing something wrong. Generally speaking, you want to be looking up at the higher levels and making those bigger trades. So there you go. That's my take on that. Do you recommend the CT2A course if you're just investing long-term? Yes, Jacquez. Absolutely, I do. I hope I said your name right. I'm very sorry if I didn't. I absolutely do, and there's a very important reason why I do. Warren Buffett once said that you should never invest in something that you don't fully understand, and he's absolutely right. If you don't understand something, you have no business investing in it. I'm sorry, but it's just true. You need to understand what you're investing in. So to understand Bitcoin, you need to understand technical analysis. You need to understand blockchain. You need to understand the regulatory landscape around cryptocurrency. You need to understand the community around cryptocurrency. You need to understand these things so that you can be an informed investor. Being an uninformed investor is a surefire way to lose your money. So yes, I would encourage it. Hi, Crypto Jeb. Do you provide trading? If yes, where can we get into? Thanks. Have a nice one. Tapescraft. That's what our friend was just talking about. We do provide training for cryptocurrency. You can find it linked in the description box down below. There's currently a coupon code active called New Year's 2021 that you can use to join CT2A. That's the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. Linked in the description box down below. Am I drinking alien juice? No, I'm drinking taro milk tea. Is there any discount for CT2A? Yes, there is a discount. It's called New Year's 2021. You can see that in the pinned comment. Excuse me, not in the pinned comment, in the description box down below. What is the course called? It is called the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy, guys. Give me a 1 in chat if you're an alumni of CT2A and you love the course. Are people panicking? A lot of people are panicking, and they shouldn't be. YouTubers earn from our views, so they make crazy prediction because they know we will get views. Don't get deceived. Yeah, the People's Network, you're absolutely right. And I try to make sure on this channel that I don't tell you anything that I don't fully believe, even though I know that it would make me more money if I said Bitcoin's going to $500,000 tomorrow. If I made that video, I'd get 100,000 views and I'd make so much money from it. I don't want to do that, though, because my purpose in this content right here, in this channel right here, is not to make the most money. That's what makes this channel so much different than a lot of these other channels on crypto. We don't run this channel with the express purpose of profit. Now, this is a business, guys. I want you to understand that. We have 8 employees now. I just hired 2 more employees. Yeah, it's a for-profit business, and we do make money from it. There's nothing wrong with that. That's called capitalism. But the point of this video is the point of this channel is a lot more than profit. I genuinely believe that what we're doing here is helping you guys, and I hope that is true. A lot of you guys have told me that it is. Oh, goodness. Thanks for these months, Jeff. Thank you very much for being here. Just joined. When do you foresee a reversal upward? Probably in the next few weeks, but we're probably going to see a bigger correction first. Patrick just donated €22 for a coffee and cake break with your team. My friend, thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. We will definitely take a coffee as soon as this live stream is finished. Excuse me, guys. I'm resting my voice a little bit. I'm sorry. By the way, guys, if you haven't already, make sure to follow us at CryptoJeb on Instagram and Twitter. And make sure to hit that subscribe button. We're trying to hit 75K subs by the end of March. I need your help. We want to hit that so that we can continue to spread the word of Bitcoin to more and more people. The more people understand what Bitcoin is, how it works, the more people are going to invest in it, the more money's going to come into Bitcoin, the more money you're going to make from your investments. So that's the way that I'm encouraging you to hit that subscribe button. You hit that subscribe button, your Bitcoin will be worth more. There you go. I'll also throw a cookie in there while I'm at it. How much is your CT2A course? Our academy is the low price of $274 after our discount code is active. And the reason I say $274 is the low price is because everything in the academy is going to save you hundreds or even over 1,000 hours of learning this stuff on your own. The way that I taught myself cryptocurrency was by watching YouTube videos, reading articles, asking Google questions for hours and hours a day. Forever. I still do that. It hasn't stopped in the last 3 years. I've been doing it for 3 years. You add up all that time, that is literally thousands of hours. Give me a 1 in the chat if you guys are gamers and you play games on Steam. And you look at Steam and it says you have 900 hours in Civ 5 like I have. You know what I could have done with 500 hours of my life? 500 hours of my life is, I said 500, I meant 900. I have 900 hours in Civ 5. With 900 hours, working $10 an hour, that's $9,000 that I could have made. $9,000 invested at a 8 to 10% return over 30 years is like $500,000. And I spent that time playing a video game. There's nothing wrong with playing video games. But the reason I say it's a low price of $274 is because what you're paying for is not information. You're paying for your time. Because trying to learn all of this on your own is not worth your time. It's not worth my time. It's not worth your time. You would be much better off spending money on your own education than trying to figure it out on your own. Because, by the way, when you try and figure it out on your own, you also run the risk of getting frustrated and leaving. But if you understand it, you will understand how to profit much faster. Jeb, I have $100 in BTC and $50 in Ethereum. What should I do? Should I just wait? Shadow Productions, I would hold on to all of that, and I would make sure you're investing in your education either in a paid manner through academies like ours or through just looking at stuff, looking at Google. 3,000 hours in Arma 3, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Yep. When you pay for the academy, is it a lifetime membership? Bridget, yes, it is a lifetime membership. You join CT2A, and you will join forever, so make sure to hit that link right down below. The proceeds of that help to support our team and our growing staff, who have families and friends and communities and parents and everything they're taking care of. I really, guys, seriously, I'm going to get a little mushy here for a second. I really appreciate when you guys join the academy, when you guys donate in the chat, when you guys watch the channel and watch the ads, when you guys join Bybit under our affiliate link. I really appreciate that because it helps for me to be financially free, but it also, more importantly than that to me, it helps the people that work for us to be financially free. So I really appreciate it, guys. I really do. 10,000 hours and you become a master. Yep. And then when you get there, you realize you probably could have done it in 2,000 if you had been more efficient with your time. That's why teachers are so valuable. How long would it take you to learn everything you learned in school if you had to learn it on your own? Think about that. Think about that. Think about that. It would take you your whole life. And I'm not talking about Googling it. I'm talking about learning it from scratch. That's what I'm talking about. It would take a very long time. Guys, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It is completely free. The Academy just seems like a bunch of old videos to me. Can you tell me I'm wrong? Yeah, I can tell you you're wrong. Because the videos were, everything we said in CT2A is absolutely important, absolutely critical, and it is definitely a good investment. Smay donated $5. Guys, CT2A is a life-changing, Go learn. Thank you very much for the donation, Smay. Thank you very much for your support. Wink. He knows who he is. And thank you for that. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Am I still working out? Yes. By the way, I love your name, Tom Bench. Somebody's trying to lick his enemies to death. Oh my goodness. Guys, I am very tired. Can I pay CT2A with USDT? We take Bitcoin trades. We take Bitcoin, excuse me. How long is the total length of videos in CT2A? Antoine, I think I'm saying your name right. I hope I am. In total, the length of all the videos totals 12 hours of content. Most courses have about 2 to 3 with 12 hours of content, and that's not me rambling. That's me getting to the point pretty quickly. There's just a lot in there. Looking buff, Jeb. Well, thank you. What motorcycle do I own? I own a CBR 300R 2018. I put so many miles on that. Are you planning on updating CT2A, or is it going to be a new product release? We have both of those coming, actually. We're going to update it because I promised you guys you would have it forever, but we are planning new product releases also. What is my bench press PR? 170. It was 65 when I started. Civ 5 videos coming. Maybe Civ 6. Maybe Civ 6. Appreciate that, Smay. CT2A, very easy to follow and learn. Jeb, that's a great question, Bill. Jeb, describe the bottom line importance of BTC. Of why BTC. $6,000 years ago, humanity discovered a metal, excuse me. It discovered a metal, and this metal is called gold. Has the symbol AG. This metal revolutionized civilization. Dead serious. In the same way that iron started the Iron Age and stone started the Stone Age, gold led to the classical era. Where am I going with this? Gold has been one of the biggest discoveries that humanity had made thus far. And the reason is because gold, unlike anything else that humans were able to devise, was scarce. Now, don't get me wrong, everything was scarce. Iron was scarce, copper is scarce, zinc is scarce, time is scarce. But gold had a special property that set it apart, that made it different from those other metals. It was more rare. Quite simply, the reason that gold was so valuable and why gold was one of the things that led to the classical era and some of the largest empires the world had ever seen at the time, like Rome, was because gold could be used as something that would be discovered and called currency. Gold led to the first national economies. It led to the first time in human society where people could store their value and have it be saleable over time, space, and size. It was subdividable down to small units, but it was valuable enough and rare enough that it could be used to buy large things like houses or land. And up until about 150 years ago, our economies were based on gold. And then we went off gold. We went off something called the gold standard. We started going off the gold standard a lot earlier than when the United States officially went off the gold standard in the 60s and 70s. I believe it was Nixon that took us off the gold standard, I think it was. We started going off the gold standard a lot earlier than that. If you think about it, think about your history textbooks. Think about the size and scale and scope of wars up until about 1800. They were actually pretty small. There were several thousand people on either side. But then you get to the Civil War and something changed. All of a sudden, we see hundreds of thousands of men mobilized in the way that we had never seen before in human society. We had seen societies move that many men back during the classical era with the Romans and the Persians. But we didn't see massive armies like that move again until the Civil War. We started going off the gold standard around that time. And what that allowed, it allowed the government to go into debt to pay for the things that it wanted, like war, like civil engineering projects, like founding new cities and instituting new policies. We went off the gold standard, and in doing so, we shifted from an economy built on scarcity and the utilization and efficient utilization of those resources to an economy built off of debt and off of borrowing from the future to pay for today. You guys have heard about that happening in the 1920s with the debt crisis that was one of the things that led to the Great Depression. But you forget that we started doing the exact same thing in the 60s, and we've been doing it for 60 years. If we say the Roaring 20s and the use of debt in the 20s led to the Great Depression, and now we're doing the exact same thing that we were doing back then, and we've been doing it for 60 years, where does that end? You see, our economy is built on a foundation of borrowing foundations from other people, and we keep shifting around where we're getting our foundation from and loaning it to other people. But if all the pieces stopped moving, it wouldn't be a foundation. because it's built on IOUs. We've built an economy on debt. We haven't built our economy and our currencies on scarcity the way that we used to. And that's why Bitcoin is valuable, because Bitcoin and gold are only two examples in human history of strong, scarce commodities that you can build a currency off of. Gold isn't used anymore because it's become obsolete in this technologically advanced era. It's hard to move, it's heavy, it's easy to steal, you have to have it in a vault. Bitcoin, on the other hand, is very easy to move. It's very small. You can keep it on something the size of this. You can write it down on paper and then store it. It's very easy to keep secure. In fact, Bitcoin's blockchain is nigh unhackable. Bitcoin is the second generation of gold. That's why people call it digital gold. It being scarce means that it cannot be inflated. It means that you cannot build an IOU economy on top of Bitcoin, and that is why Bitcoin is valuable. Sorry, Jeb, but Napoleon had huge armies. Napoleon had huge armies because he started conquering countries. And when he started conquering and putting those countries into subjugation, he took their resources. It's the exact same thing that we're seeing today, where the large countries of the modern era take the resources from the smaller countries, and then you build an economy on IOUs. Except in his case, he just took from the people he conquered. We see that happen in the Roman era. When Rome ran out of people to conquer and it ran out of debt that it could go and collect from its tributaries, then it collapsed. Can CT2A be bought per individual course instead of the whole academy? CT2A currently is one course, so yes, because there's only one. Those 36 videos are all in the exact same course, so yeah. Voltaire, circa 1720, fiat currencies always eventually reach its intrinsic value, 0. Exactly. Exactly. What about Genghis Khan? Same thing with Napoleon, I just told you. He took from the people that he conquered and built his empire on conquest. What happened to Genghis Khan? Genghis Khan, after Genghis Khan died, within a generation, his empire split into 4. You had the Golden Horde, you had I forget the other 3, but the point is, his empire split into 4, and within 300 years, didn't exist anymore. Russia had taken over that land. China had taken over that land. Exact same thing. Gold is obsolete. Bitcoin is the next generation of gold, because the only reason that gold had the power in history that it did is because it forced scarcity. Somebody said, bro, talk about Bitcoin. I've been talking about Bitcoin for the last hour and 10 minutes, my friend. I don't think Jeb voted for Biden. Not getting into politics. The wisdom this dude spits, no matter the topic. I mean, I'm just talking. I don't know. Gold had value because it's shiny. Gold had value because there wasn't much of it. Gold has value because there's not much of it. I still think gold is valuable. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that gold is a stupid investment. I do think that Bitcoin is going to be the main form of scarce inflationary hedge investment. That sentence had no grammatical structure, I realize, but you see what I was saying, over the next 100 years. Where do you think ETH is heading by the end of 2021? I think it'll be above $3,000. That's where I think it's heading. Guys, smash the like button. I agree with this. Smash the like button, and while you're doing it, hit the subscribe button, guys. Bitcoin is being covered on this channel every single day. And when you subscribe, you will be thankful. Thank you for the $5, by the way, Fashion Addict. I don't know if I actually said thank you, so thank you. Appreciate that. Oh, goodness. This stream is chill AF. Trying to make it nice and chill, my friend. Am I a millionaire? You keep asking that question, and I'm probably not going to answer you. Let's see here. Sign up for CT2A, Mr. Pace says. Yes, I absolutely agree. Sign up for CT2A. It's a great project. Oh my goodness, guys. I am going to have to wrap the stream out. My voice is really starting to be scratchy because I've been talking so much. If Jesus rode a motorcycle, what would it be? I got to think of something funny to respond to that with. What motorcycle would Jesus ride? I don't know. Probably wouldn't ride a motorcycle. He'd probably just fly, you know? Super Jesus. When did I get into crypto? It was July 31st, 2017. I got Rona. No, I don't have Rona. I'm just tired. I had a 13-hour workday yesterday. Am I related to John McAfee? I am not, to my knowledge, anyway. Don't answer that one, Jeb. Don't answer what? I don't know what I'm not answering. Honda. Why would he ride a Honda? I ride a Honda. Thanks for the time and effort, Jeb. You're welcome. Jesus rides Ducatis. Oh, no one's business what one's personal wealth is? Yeah. An Indian. He might. I don't know. I'll ask him when I meet him. I will ask him. Anyway, guys, I do appreciate you all tuning in. I am going to go ahead and have... I'm going to go ahead and head out. Guys, it has been a absolute blast hanging out with you. Somebody said, how old am I, Jeb? I am 20. Thank you guys very much for watching today's live stream. I hope you did enjoy today's live stream. We'll be doing some more technical analysis in tomorrow's video and in tomorrow's live stream. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. If you haven't already, follow us on Instagram and Twitter. The link to both of those are in the description box down below. You will find that we have an amazing launch coming up, and everybody following us on Instagram and Twitter is going to find out about it first. And you're also going to get some discounts on it if you're over on Twitter and Instagram. So follow us at CryptoJeb. Like I said, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. That is going to wrap it out for today's video. Before I go, though, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. Boom.